Bitcoin is bouncing from critical support and we are now seeing some upside momentum for Bitcoin unfolding on the chart. However, we are also approaching resistance for Bitcoin and we could also see a big rejection from this point because the trend is still down. I see a lot of interesting information for Bitcoin on several time frames unfolding, so I will analyze and discuss them with you today. I will also have a look at the two altcoins Ethereum and XRP. There's a lot of interesting news coming into the market and I will discuss them all with you. So watch this video all the way to the end, like this video, and let's dive right into the charts. Yesterday in my video I was talking about this rising wedge for Bitcoin that was occurring on the 1 hour time frame, and I said it was a bearish bias pattern, and yeah, I said that we could see a break down from this pattern because we were coming close to an apex, and we broke out to the downside as like I expected, and we broke out beautifully. And from the point of breakout, we saw a decrease of 4% already to the downside. So that's insane. And a lot of people DM'd me that they had make a lot of money with this trade that I called on my socials. So beautiful breakout to the downside. And now, yeah, we are seeing a curve back up. And we could maybe see a retest of this previous support as resistance. So from this point, we can also see maybe a beautiful bearish retest occurring for Bitcoin. But for now, we are also at this topside resistance again. And yeah, we can see Bitcoin is having a little bit of trouble already. So we could also see from here a little bit more downside, and that we have to aim for lower prices. Because the breakout target to the downside will be the downside of this rising wedge formation, and that will be confluent with the $53,000. And on the 4 hour time frame, we can see Bitcoin came all the way back down from this $70,000 top, and we came all the way back down now to the $52,000. So this is a very interesting resistance line that Bitcoin is now going to visit. And we want to see a break to the top side, a retest of this previous resistance to turn it into support, and then we can aim for higher targets. And if we do so, we can create a new high, and then we can also make a new higher low. And from there we can continue the trend reversal, and this will be having a very bullish effect on the price of Bitcoin, of course, because the downtrend is being turned into an uptrend, and that's exactly what we want to see to remain a little bit more bullish in the coming days. And we can become a little bit more bullish because the Bitcoin ETFs bought for $45 million in Bitcoin yesterday. And especially BlackRock was buying the dip like crazy. They bought for more than 52 million. And so this is another positive day for the inflows. And for the total cumulative inflow, we want to see a spike to the upside again, like we saw in the beginning. And yeah, we saw a spike 3 times, and that also was confluent with a lot of interesting price action for Bitcoin on the charts. So let's see if we can see another price spike to the top side and reach this $20 billion target. And that will send Bitcoin to new all-time highs, I believe. And if we have a look at some horizontal levels for Bitcoin on the 4 hour time frame, we can see Bitcoin is currently at this resistance area. And in the past we saw a lot of interesting price action here. We saw a lot of resistance coming into the market, support and resistance. Here we saw a little touch of support, but then we fell below it. And now we are currently retesting this as resistance. So we could also see more downside from here, because this resistance is a little bit too strong maybe. But of course we want to see a break to the top side, a retest of this resistance to turn it into support, to confirm this level to be strong. And then from there we can aim for higher targets. So this would be the 2 scenarios for today that could play out. So you can maybe try to find a short here and enter the market in the short to see the rejection. But if you want to long, you have to wait for a confirmation of the breakout and then a retest of this previous resistance as support. And from there you can enter the market in the long and aim for higher prices. And on the daily time frame, I have been talking about this broadening wedge for Bitcoin a lot. And this broadening wedge has a lot of touch points on the top side as a resistance and also on the downside as support. And as I'm always saying on my socials, and I can't stress this enough, you have to buy at support. And every time you buy at support, you can sell a little bit of your portion at resistance, and that is how you make profits. Because you buy low and you sell high. It sounds very simple, but nobody is actually doing this. And if you're buying at these lows, you can make just significant gains. We saw a 20% increase almost. We saw another 23% increase. And from these lows, we saw another 29% increase. So this is insane. And of course, it won't always play out. But buying at these lows is always profitable if you also sell your portion on the higher side resistance. So let's see if Bitcoin can maybe revisit this topside resistance of this formation. And that will be around this level, of course. And that would create a 31% increase if you bought at these lows and I've been telling you that this low at the $50,000 support was a very strong accumulation zone for me. So if Bitcoin comes all the way back to this top side for resistance, I'm also taking profits, of course, because yeah, we could of course see a break to the top side, or we are going to see a rejection again. But then you want to take in profits, because that's how you make money in the space. And on the horizontal supports, we can see a very beautiful bounce for Bitcoin at this $52,000 support, and I was calling this support as the biggest support on the daily time frame. And yeah, if you bought at this level, yeah, congratulations if you entered the market here, and you can now just sit back and relax and enjoy your gains in the bull market, because this could maybe be the last big dip before we are seeing a new all-time high for Bitcoin. So for now, the big first resistance will be this $58,000 target, and we need to break it to gain more momentum to the top side and create a trend reversal. So we can see a lot of interesting horizontal levels for Bitcoin unfolding, and these levels are the big levels to gain to reach a new all-time high. And eventually this top side resistance on the top side of this chart will be the last big resistance for Bitcoin to break a new all-time high at around $74,000. But for now we're at the $57,000, so it's still a long road. But yeah, let's see if we can force a breakout to the top side and create a huge trend reversal for Bitcoin. And yesterday we saw another negative day for the Ethereum ETF. We saw an outflow of $23 million, so that is a little bit bearish, of course, but yeah, this was like expected, and Grayscale is still selling their Ethereum onto the market. And if we have a look at the chart, we can see that Ethereum came back to this interesting accumulation green box, and I've been buying at this box like crazy. And yesterday I also shared my buy order, and I bought more than one Ethereum for 2,500 euros. So I bought at this beautiful box of support, just like I was saying in my earlier videos and on my socials last week. So yeah, this box is for me a very big accumulation zone, and I think eventually Ethereum will create new all-time highs. But also we are going to approach big resistance first around this $2,600, and this will also be a very interesting place for me to take profits on the way up. So if you buy here, you can maybe take profits on your way up, and you can make 15%. And if you want to sell at the next big resistance, you can make 26%. And if you are going to sell at the next big resistance, you can make more than 40%. And on the daily time frame, we also saw that Ethereum was breaking down from this huge consolidation area. We saw a big break of this support. We had multiple touch points in the past as support, so this was a very interesting support for Ethereum. And right now we are breaking below this level, so this level here will be the first big resistance for Ethereum to break, and that will be around $2,800. So this could be also a very interesting place to take more profits, because I think if Ethereum approaches this level, we can maybe see a rejection first, and then you have to take in your profits, because you want to make money in space, and that is how you make money. And if you are going to this level and we're seeing a rejection, you're taking profits here, and then you can maybe scale in at this place to buy more Ethereum to generate more wealth for the upside. And of course, the most interesting news coming out is about XRP, and a judge fines Ripple for $125 million, and he's saying that he bans future securities law violations in long-running SEC case. So the SEC appeared likely to appeal the overall case, and this is very bullish for XRP. And we also saw a huge pump yesterday because of this news. XRP was pumping more like the 25% in 1 minute. And I was talking about this huge consolidation phase to the downside. We saw a breakout, but this previous resistance was never tested as support. And 3 days ago we tested this as support perfectly. So you could have entered the market in a long here, or maybe a spot buy order. And from this point, of course, yeah, you could have made interesting gains to the top side. And from the point of retest, you could have already made a 40% increase. So that is insane. And these kind of trades you want to enter. And of course, you couldn't have known that the XRP bullish news was coming out. But according to my technical analysis, you could have entered the market here in spot buy orders, or maybe in a long, and then you could make significant gains. And on the weekly time frame, XRP is back at this topside resistance on this consolidation formation. And yeah, this beautiful formation is going to break out very soon. So let's see if XRP can maybe force a breakout to the top side. And if we're going to confirm the breakout, I want to see a weekly candle closing above this huge resistance to the top side. Then I'm going to wait for a retest of this big resistance to turn it to support. And from here, I'm going to enter the market in a long. and then I'm going to aim for higher prices. And then the breakout target to the top side will be the 92 cents. And you can see this is confluent with a lot of resistance here. We can see 4 touch points as resistance in the past and also here as support. So this will be a very interesting target for XRP if we break to the top side. So I hope you find this video useful. Give this video a like and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.